as we know, net neutrality still major issue. President Obama finally coming out, making a strong statement on why it needs to be treated as a public utility. No guarantee the FCC will follow that directive. And obviously, the right and those sort of essentially corporate front groups in Washington, D.C. are doing everything they can to make the internet look more like cable and have your internet experience be more and more like talking to Time Warner Cable customer service all day long, and have shorter and slower lanes for everything that isn't Amazon and a couple of other companies that can pay. That's their main policy mission. And we have a sound here. What group is this with again?
FreedomWorks.
So FreedomWorks, the great FreedomWorks. And this is, and what's her name?
Iris Somberg, FreedomWorks Communications Coordinator.
All right. So look, I want to keep snarkiness to a minimum because I've just come back from a very nice vacation and, you know, spent time with some really good people, a really good person, and, you know, went to a nice, like, Hindu temple. And look, the point is I'm trying to be less snarky with the close of the new year and into 2015. But I just will add, I just want to underline that this is a communications coordinator. Let's listen to her communicate.
Hi, I'm Iris Somberg, Communications Coordinator here at FreedomWorks. There's been a lot of confusion around the net neutrality debate, with the president calling for more strict regulations on internet providers. Let's see if we can clear a few things up. Supporters of the plan call it a free and open internet, but in reality, it's anything but. What net neutrality does is force providers to treat all
in your face, net neutrality supporters. Go ahead.
Web content equally. The same speeds, the same prices, the same access, but all web content isn't equal. Netflix is not the same as a high school blog, and YouTube certainly isn't the same as Facebook. They serve very different purposes, and they have very different needs. By dictating that all these sites be treated the same, net neutrality makes small companies that don't take up much bandwidth at all pay more, so that big companies can pay less. That's not the kind of equality the internet needs. Net neutrality is not a level playing field. It's an anti-competitive policy that protects the internet's biggest companies at the expense of everyone else.
Allow me to respond. First of all, she's lying.
All right, look, I don't know why.
I could explain right now, actually, how much she's lying here. Because this is really what it comes down to. She's conflating two completely separate things, a high school blog and Netflix. First of all, neither of them are paying more. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
You know how much a high school blog is paying to deliver their content to you? Nothing. They pay for hosting to a hosting provider, and they pay for that same hosting bandwidth to that hosting provider to be able to, for that hosting provider to send the information to the company. But your AT&T, Verizon, whatever, they're not charging your high school blog anything. And the weird thing with what I meant to say was the weird one that she was conflating was Facebook and YouTube. Because what? Is she trying to argue that Facebook is the high school blog in that scenario? Facebook's the biggest website in the world, next to Google, perhaps. You could upload video to Facebook. You have how many billions and billions of people? No, because she probably thinks YouTube does videos and Facebook is just friends typing to each other and friends and family typing to each other. So they use different bandwidth.
I think she's trying to also just show like,
we're cool. We understand young people, the internet.
But look, if she came out and released an ad and said, you know, highways are unfair because used Honda Civics drive on the same roads that BMWs drive on. That doesn't make any sense, right? That's totally unfair to the Honda Civic. Unbelievable.